gamers! Welcome once again. We're doing something again a little bit different tonight. We've got madness happening with some tech issues, but we ran into a few issues with Twitch. Doesn't matter. So now I am doing craziness. So I can't see chat unless I look over at the computer now. I got to position the computer a different location. I just realized that instead of me always going like this. So, welcome once again to another Game Master Dave's live show. I can't see Facebook Live anymore. Live show here on the Long Island Tabletop Streaming Network. It'll be downloaded eventually to YouTube and also to my YouTube channel as well. We really appreciate you joining us tonight, and we look forward to Ginger chat something to make sure that I can see the chat over here. That would be fantastic. I've got Game Master Ginger backing me up tonight. Well, what have you guys been playing? I've been playing a 5-player multiplayer Dominions 5 game, and it has been fantastic. I'm having a great time. I did forget to hit record on the stupid stream. Let's see if I can hit record now, if it will do it. I doubt it will. No, it won't. Oh, yeah, look, it did. Okay, so now I missed the first 5 seconds. So welcome once again to another Game Master Games live show here on the Long Island Tabletop Streaming Network. I haven't heard anything from my wife yet, so I hope everything is honky-dory. So what have you guys been playing? I have been playing a 5-player Dominions 5 game. That has been a lot of fun. I'm also playing Arden 44 on a Vassal, as well as No Retreat, the North Africa campaign. So is chat coming up? No, over there? Oh, it's not coming up here, though. Did you type new? You type new? No, what? Just, can you chat something?
Yeah, Bill and I are on. Hi, Bill!
Oh, I didn't realize Bill was on. So this is becoming a problem already. So I guess I'm gonna have to bring up the Twitch channel. Good thing we really scripted and tested this out, right? This is so awesome. Oh, there's my face. My face is really big right there, just for a second. So it looks like I'm gonna have to bring up the Long Island Tabletop. Make sure I mute this thing. Otherwise, it'll explode. There we go. We're muted. Oh, good. Okay, so now I can see the chat, but I got to be on the Twitch. I thought I could see it in Streamlabs OBS. For some reason, Streamlabs OBS doesn't bring up chat sometimes for me. Whew, okay, so what are we talking about tonight? We've got Uplink Convention coming. You can buy tickets now on uplinkconvention.com. It is I think it's $10. Let me tell you, if you are a video game player, you want to go to this convention. But there's going to be a tabletop element to it too. I'm running a whole bunch of games on Board Game Arena. There's going to be some role-playing games. I have got a lot of things that I've got organized. I just haven't put it out to social media yet. We're going to be doing a big push in the next week because we only got like 2.5 weeks left before the event, so you can see all the things that you can sign up for. So, super excited about that. Hey, Bill, I heard Bill is online. We got a few other people watching us too. That's fantastic. So, tonight I wanted to cover I wanted to cover something else before I get into the game. Ginger and I, has anybody there read What Color Is Your Parachute? That book or other self-help books which help you try to determine what to do with your next part of your lifetime. We discovered something that was really cool. We discovered a graph that you sort of make. I think it was from the Parachute book. And basically you choose like 10 ideas of things that you're interested in or might want to do as a career choice or your next hobby or whatever you want to do. And you make a matrix. And then you basically choose, okay, is it a garden or versus painting miniatures, something like that. And you rate each, don't rate it, but you say, would I rather plant the garden or would I rather paint miniatures? And then you say either one or two. And eventually, when you go through the whole matrix, you will get like a point score of how many times you chose this over that. And then you can make like a little graph. I don't want to go into so much of what I made a matrix of because maybe some of it's a little personal. But I made this whole matrix like this. So I have, you might be able to pause it and read it anyway. Like the first one I have is voiceover work versus Find a Player app or YouTube channel. And so I chose which one. And eventually I came down with like
my top choices of the next project that I want to do. It is fantastic. I think it is. I get some surprising answers sometimes about what I think I should do next. Last time I did this 2 years ago was how we came up with the idea of doing the board game design group, Too Many Dice, because that became like number one choice on my whole thing. So that was really neat. I highly recommend it. If you got any questions about it, email me at dave@gamemastergames.com. Okay, now let's talk about what you really came here for, which is tonight, a very popular game asked for at almost every convention. As soon as somebody sees it, they're like, I need to play that now. And it is Betrayal at House on the Hill. That's right. You can see my copy has gotten lots of love. It is ridiculously beaten up. Please consider joining our Patreon or donate some money via PayPal. You can find that information on GameMasterGames.com. So I can buy a new copy of Betrayal at House on the Hill. I'm even missing some parts, but Betrayal is a fantastic game. You can see here it's rated 7.1 on BoardGameGeek.com, and it has it is overall rating out of 10,000 games. It's rated 515, which is unbelievable. Thematic, it's rated 201. It's 3 to 6 players. You cannot play this solitaire or 2 players. It is 60 minutes to play. Usually the games I think go more about an hour, hour 15, hour and a half. 12 ages plus, and it is weighted a little bit heavy. That's just because it's a tiny bit confusing about who gets the haunt, and we'll talk about that shortly. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Oh, let's see. I got a lot of chat here. Hi, Nina. And let's see. Yeah. So Ginger already asked you guys if you'd played this, and Bill said yes. So that's super cool. The designer is Bruce Glasgow and a couple more. Artist is Dennis Crabapple McLean, Christopher Moella, Peter Whitley. It's published right now by Avalon Hill Games and Wizards of the Coast, or it was Wizards of the Coast. Okay, so basically here it is. You are a bunch of people who decided, hey, let's go into this haunted house. And you walk in the front door and bam! Behind you, the door closes and locks. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're in here. Well, you each have a character. They're color coded based on sort of like the main color of some of the figurines. And so what's interesting is this character has some starting traits, which you'll see with a little green number there. You have the name of the character, and they're double-sided, so you can play with different characters each time you play. And there's 6 of them, so it's really neat. These little sliders tell you how much you have of something, and they're basically your health value. So right now, Jenny Leclerc, has got 4 speed, 4 might, 4 sanity, and 3 knowledge. All right, you're going to need all those things as you go through the game. The objective is to travel through the haunted house, essentially find out the layout of the house, and then try to escape or win the game. And this is one of the things that's really neat about this game is you don't know how to win. Usually I start by little playthroughs or demos on a game on usually tell you, okay, this is the objective of the game. And what's cool about this game is that right now at the beginning, we don't know what the objective is. I see Bill got a chance to play the haunt at one point, so that's pretty neat. And what did so there's Ginger put up it's just uplinkconvention.com if you don't want to worry about all that other stuff that she put in there. Thank you, Ginger. But you can find all of that information on uplinkconvention.com. So this is so basically what you have to do is you just have to explore. So how do you explore? Well, everybody's got a move base. So right here we saw that Jenny Leclerc's move base is 4, so she can move. And Jenny Leclerc is the purple one, so it's her. So what I can do is this is the bottom. This is like the first floor. There's an upper landing which I can get to from here, and there's a basement, basement landing, which we don't know how to get to that yet. So basically, all that would happen is Jenny Leclerc could move. So like 1, 2, go upstairs 3, and then go through this door on the upper landing. So what you do then is you draw a tile. Now there's a ground floor on that tile, so we're not going to use that one. We'll save it for later. There's another ground floor. There's a basement. Yes, I set this all up in advance. There's an upper floor tile. So we take the upper floor tile, and the player, Jenny, can put the tile this way or this way, and you just discovered the tower, okay? And there's some description of what you have to do when you get into the tower. And then you'll see here, like some rooms, not all, have a little symbol. That symbol is corresponding to a deck of cards here. You can see right there, there's an event. So what happened is that Jenny would, the player that pulled this card, would read this event, and there's some tests on there. And usually the test has to roll 2 dice, and you just got to score a certain amount. You might roll different amounts of dice, but you got to score a certain amount in order to pass the test, or maybe something bad happens. So that's one idea of an item. When I say 2 dice, look at these dice. Look at the pips. These are quite different dice than normal. So let's say you needed to roll you needed to roll against your sanity. Let's say that check was, so actually you would roll 4 dice against your sanity, and you needed to get at least a 3. So we rolled that, and look at that, we got 4. So we're okay. Maybe we passed that test. All right. Usually the number of dice is you're either rolling 2 or the number that you have on this thing, or 6 when we do a haunt roll, which we'll get to shortly. So once, unless some sort of other event happens, Jenny can continue moving. So let's say she moves over here. She's got 1 movement point left, and we'll find another upper tile floor here. And there we go, another upper tile. So then she reveals the organ room, okay? And then there's another event thing that happens there. Okay, it's the next player's turn, and they go exploring. Now what happens is eventually you're going to run into rooms. Let me see if I can find one here. It's going to look like this. Look at this room. There is an omen for that room. So let's say they found a charred room over here, and there's an omen card. So you flip over the omen card and read the omen card. There's also item cards. So you can get, look at there, you can get a bottle, all right? So that might be important. Or you might get a blood dagger, or a pickpocket gloves, okay? And you just basically run around trying to collect items and trying to find out everything you can about this particular house. Like, what's happening here? Why are we locked in? Well, how do we get out? I need to go home for dinner tonight. Don't want to be late. But then this omen happens. All right, the omens turn into what the most important thing in the game. Okay, so when this omen happens, you read it, whatever effect is written on there, and then you'll see on the bottom of the omen card it says, make a haunt roll now. So what does that mean? That means you grab 6 dice in total, and this was our first omen, so I have to roll less than the number of omens that have been pulled. And the one piece that I'm missing in the game now is there's this little chart that's really neat. You have a slider on it, and it tells you how many omens you pulled. I don't have that. We just know we got the 1 omen. So in order for me to get less than 1 omen, I got to roll a blank on all 6 dice, which I didn't do. Okay. So then we keep exploring the house, and we find another omen. And so another omen card happens, and there's a skull. Okay, well, let's say now we have 6 omens now. We've done a haunt roll after every omen. We've explored half of this house. Sometimes this game will take up like a whole section of the table, putting down all of these tiles. We got lots of different stuff in here. Observatory, gymnasium, game room, storeroom, vault. They do all sorts of crazy stuff. So let's say I got 6 omens now. So let's roll the dice. And I just rolled a 4. So that is less than the number of omens we have. And bang, we have a haunt. So what does that mean? The game now completely changes. And we need to open, I think it's the first page in the Trader's Tome. Which actually looks like I'm missing part of that too. So this first page is going to tell you, depending on what room that omen was found, and what's going on, it's going to tell you what haunt you do, and who is the haunt. So maybe it says the player to the left, and it's haunt number 13. Okay, so now you can see that we've got, that's why the book is sort of inverted. There we go. Somebody folded the book. Okay, so there we go. So let's say we read this chart, we read this haunt chart, and it says we got haunt number 13. So what happens there is whoever's the haunt player now takes this book and goes off to another part of the room and reads what this is. And it now tells the haunt player how they're supposed to win the game. Well, what do the other players do? The other players take the survival handbook and they turn to page 13. And look, it's Perchance to Dream. Same title, right? Perchance to Dream, Perchance to Dream. So now this is telling the rest of the players how they are supposed to win the game. So it does turn, if I was going to say there's one drawback to this game, is it happens 7 times out of 10 that the player, as their first time playing this game, ends up being the haunt. And then it becomes a little bit difficult because they got to go off by themselves and try to decipher. I will tell you, they've redone this game because about 10 out of, well, first of all, there's 50 different haunts. So you're most likely never going to have the same game twice in a row. But I will tell you about 10 of them are poorly written and really hard to understand, especially if you've never played the game before. There are all sorts of crazy stuff. You have to get a ring. You have to bring it to a certain part of the thing. You've got to just, the haunt is turned into a zombie. Now it just has to eat everybody. Maybe you need to escape. One is the collapsing house. Like every turn, a piece of the house falls away, and if any players are caught in it, they die. It's a lot of fun. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy game. And I've had so much fun teaching this. Everybody that has played it generally loves it. It's one of the most sought after games at every convention I go to. If you have not played this game, you need to play it. It is a fantastic game. And like I said, from BoardGameGeek.com, a 7.1. So, Betrayal, House on the Hill, highly recommended. Actually, Ginger, you've played, right? Oh, so Ginger says, where can someone play it, David? You know, at this time, it's tough. I don't think Betrayal House on the Hill is on Board Game Arena or anything like that yet. So when we do games again, gaming conventions again later in the year, we will just come up to us and play it with us. I'm guessing that might be the best bet. I'm not too sure. I don't know how to answer that. It's really, really hard. I can see that maybe I thought that on Zoom would be very clear. I'm using Zoom now instead of trying to do it through Twitch. It looks pretty pixelated on the screen, so I don't know. I might have to go back to the other way. Okay, Bethpage Library has a copy to borrow, so you could get if you got somebody that's from Bethpage. But the thing is I don't know if people want to get together just yet, so I guess we'll figure that out. But anyway, thanks so much for checking that out, and thank you so much for listening in. And if you got any questions, comments, or concerns about Betrayal, House on the Hill, or any other board games, please send them to dave@gamemastergames.com. We also our phone number. You can call us too. There's my Facebook page, Cosmic Comics, Legendary Realms, and Main Street Board Game Cafe. They are all local game stores here on Long Island that we support. I haven't done a blog post in a while, but I will. There's Ginger's Business, Joyful Day Ceremonies. She just got a call for somebody that wants to get married this Saturday. Yeah, I see that it's very pixelated on Twitch. You can't even read it. Good golly. I thought it would be super clear with the Zoom room, but I will need to fix that, obviously. Okay, my YouTube channel is Game Master Dave. Patreon is Game Master Dave. Twitter, Game Master Dave. Instagram, Game Master Dave. Twitch, GMG Dave. And Board Game Geek is GMG Dave. Okay, so thank you so much for being patient a little bit with some of our technical difficulties. We're still figuring things out a little bit here. I might need to go back to streaming directly from Twitch, but we'll play it by ear. Whew. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the big thing. Bethpage Library 2 days from now. 6:30 p.m. King of Tokyo. I'm sure Ginger will put up the links if she didn't do so already. There we go. Make sure you write down those that link to Zoom and that passcode. It'll be open at 6:30 this coming Friday, just 2 days from now. That is February 5th. In case you're watching this after February 5th on YouTube, you missed it. So just so you know, the first Friday of the month, every month on Bethpage Library, Bethpage New York Library, they have we do a board game night even online, and you can play along with us. So it's not just it's participate as much as you want to. We'd love to have you. So give yourself 100 experience points, unless you were the haunt recently. So then you get 103. And until we meet again, keep your dice dry and your haunt and survivors book ready. and make sure that Jenny Leclerc stays strong. Have a great night. See you Friday in Tokyo. Bye-bye.
Oh, I forgot. I got to turn it off over here now. Oh, we got to figure this out better. Where is the thing? Where is